Hello everyone. Hi guys. How are you all? So I welcome you all to class 4 of PPB most important topics, right? So this is an important class for all of you because in this series I'm just going to give you that important topic which is very relevant for your examination, right? So let's start discussing this topics or these topics. Let me tell you first of all about the NRE account. So NRE account is actually maintained by NRIs, means non-resident Indians and person of Indian origin. This can be saving, current, recurring and FD account. Now for what purpose NRE account is actually offered to NRIs? So if they are earning abroad, right? So for transferring their earnings to India, if there is an account given to NRI, if they wish to transfer their foreign earnings to India, for this there is NRE account, non-resident external rupee account. Now, if we talk about the joint account in this particular category, yes, the joint account are permitted. Two or more NRI can have the joint account, or PIO with NRIO, or PIO NRI with any resident relative on a former or survivor basis. So these can be the joint account which can be offered in non-resident external rupee account, right? Now, if you are having an FD in an NRE account, the minimum tenure for this is 1 year. Now, if we talk about the interest rate, it depends and varies, okay, upon how much time period you have taken the FD plus whatever amount you have deposited. Like if you have deposited more amount, then you got more interest, and if you have deposited less amount, you have got less interest, right? Now, if we talk about the additional interest rate is not permitted. Neither it is given to staff nor it is given to the senior citizen. Premature withdrawals are allowed in FD, but obviously they are subject to certain penalties. These are the NRE account, non-resident external rupee account. Now, let's talk about the NRO account, non-resident ordinary account scheme. Now, non-resident ordinary account scheme is actually given to those person who are having the transactions which are denominated in Indian rupees. So for any NRI or for any person who are living outside India, who are a resident outside India, if they have any those earnings which are denominated in Indian rupees, to manage their earnings, right? There is the NRO account. Now, NRO again the same thing. It can be a saving, current, term deposit, or recurring account. Okay. Now, if you are maintaining a NRO account, then the FD is of 7 days, the minimum FD. In NRE, the minimum FD is 1 year. Here, the NRO, the minimum FD is 7 years. Now, if we talk about the term deposits are variable, right? Again, the same thing for how much time period you have taken the FD, plus if it is you have deposit bulk FD 2 crores and above or not, right? So this is the term deposit. Now, if we talk about the ceiling rate, rates cannot be higher than whatever is offered to domestic market. So rate cannot be higher than that. Interest rate cannot be higher than that. Additional interest rate are not allowed. Now, additional interest rate here also it is not allowed neither to staff nor to senior citizen. Now, let's talk about the basic difference between NRE and NRO account. First of all, NRE account, non-resident external account. NRO is non-resident ordinary account. Now, if we talk about the NRE account, it is for transferring, it is given to NRI for transferring their foreign earnings to India. Right now, what for what purpose NRO account is given? It is actually given to NRI to manage their income earned in India. So for managing their income which is earned in India, there is NRO account, and for transferring their foreign incomes to India, there is NRO NRE account, right? Now, if we talk about the taxability, NRE is tax-free interest. Whatever interest you are earning in NRE is tax-free. NRO interest is taxable. Repartition in NRE, it can be repartited outside India easily. NRO, yes, it can be repartited outside India, but obviously with certain limits, right? Joint account, it can be opened by two NRIs. Here, the joint account can be opened by NRI with Indian citizen or another NRI, right? Deposit in NRE account, it can be deposit in the foreign currency and withdrawn in Indian currency. Here you can deposit in foreign as well as Indian currency, but withdraw is done in Indian currency. So this is the difference between NRE and NRO account, right? Important thing. Now, there is FCNRB account. FCNRB account is actually offered to NRIs to transfer your funds from NRE account to the normal FCNRB account or vice versa. It is actually a deposit account. It is a type of deposit account. So if you are an NRI and you wish to maintain an FD in India, but in the same currency you have earned the money, okay, then the account which is offered to you is called as FCNRB account, which is the foreign currency non-resident account party scheme, and it is an FD account. It is not a saving account, okay. And the interest is in a FCNRB account is only paid only the completion of 1 year. So when you have completed 1 year, then the interest is paid to you. You can open the FCNRB account by transferring your money from the existing NRE account to this FCNRB account. Now, what type of tenure means when we are talking about a different type of deposit tenure in this FCNRB account? First of all, there is a minimum of 1 year and there is a maximum of 5 years. Okay, with blocks under means 1 year and above but less than 2 year, then 2 year and above but less than 3 year, then 3 years and above but less than 4 years, then 4 years and above but less than 5 year, and 5 years only. This is the tenure of the deposit, right? Now, SNRR account is special non-resident rupee account. Now, this is given to foreign nationals or the business entities who are having the business relationship with Indian individual or entities. So, these are actually given to those foreign nationals who are having the business relationship in India or who are particularly engaged more oftenly in transactions with India. That is known as SNRR account, means a special non-resident rupee account, right? Now, when we are talking about the purpose, okay, for what purpose the special non-resident rupee account is offered to you? First of all, for bona fide transactions in rupee as per the FEMA. It means that, for example, you want to invest in India, you have import and of goods and services, you have export of goods and services, you have trade, credit, and transactions, you have any business transaction by International Financial Service Center and Gift City. For any of these transactions, SNRR, special non-resident rupee account, is offered to you. Clear? Now, what are the restriction under SNRR account? So, SNRR account is available to the foreign exchange to any person resident in India. You can transfer from NRO to SNRR account, but it is prohibited. Means you cannot transfer from NRO account to SNRR account. This is prohibited, right? Now, because it is a type of current account, because it is actually given to you for business transaction, for maintaining your business transaction. So no interest is paid in this SNRR account. Okay, the balance in the account, it can be repatriated outside India. SNRR account, there is no such restrictions that has been imposed on the balance which can be sent back to outside India. Now, whatever the transactions are there, they are subject to the payment of the applicable taxes. So this is the SNRR account, a special non-resident rupee account. Clear? Now, very important thing is, what are the sectors which are actually prohibited for investments to NRIs. So there are certain sectors in which there are prohibition that you cannot do investments in this sector if you are a NRI, PIO, or you are a overseas citizen of India. Now, what are the sectors? First of all, you cannot invest in the lottery business, which include the government, private lottery, online lotteries, gambling and betting, including casinos. Okay, then you cannot invest in chit funds, you cannot invest in niti companies, you cannot invest in TDRs, you cannot invest in the real estate business on construction of farmhouse, you cannot invest in the cigars or cheroots or cigarillos or cigarettes or tobacco, etc. Any of these, right? You cannot invest to any of the sectors which are not open to the public sector, like for the private sector, like atomic energy or railway. So these are those sectors which are prohibited for investment if you are an NRI, non-resident Indian, if you are a PIO, person of Indian origin, and if you are a OCI, overseas citizen of India, right? Next. Now, very important thing is the difference between the bill of exchange and promissory note, and what is bill of exchange and what is promissory note. First of all, if I'm talking about the promissory note, so promissory note is actually an unconditional promise to pay the payment, right? For example, if, for example, A borrows money from B on and just promises that I am responsible to make you the payment after or June 30. Right now, this is the promissory note where there is an unconditional promise to pay B rupees 10,000 on June 30. Right now, there are only two parties. Two parties means first is the maker of the promissory note, who is also called as the payer. Okay, A is promising, so A is the maker of the promissory note as well as A is the payer. Now, B is the payee. Payee means the one person who is entitled to receive the payment. So there are two parties in the promissory note, payer and the payee. And the promissory note is made by the payer, but is made by the maker. The one who is making the promissory note is entitled to make the payment also. Next is the bill of exchange. Now, what is the bill of exchange? For example, A sold goods to be on credit. Okay, A sold to be goods to be on credit. Now, to ensure the payment, A draws a bill of exchange. Now, A draws a bill of exchange on B, instructing B that you have to make payment to A on June 30. Now, here, this is called as a bill of exchange. Now, who is drawing the bill of exchange? Drawing the bill of exchange is actually the seller, or you can say the creditor. There is the one person who is called as the drawer of the bill of exchange, who is the maker of the bill of exchange, who is also the seller, right? And seller draws a bill of exchange on B. B is the buyer. Okay, now buyer is instructed that you have to make payment. Okay, so buyer or the drawee to whom the instruction is made that you have to make the payment. Now, because the bill of exchange is the holder is A, means A is entitled to receive the payment. So, in this case, A is also called as the pay. So, technically, there are three parties in bill of exchange: pay, the one who is entitled to receive the payment; drawer, who is actually making the bill of exchange, who is also the seller; and B, which is the buyer, who is also the drawee, right? Now, here, payee and drawer, they can be the same person. Payee and drawer, they can be two different persons, right? So, for example, A draws a bill of exchange on B, instructing B that you have to make payment to C. Now, A is the seller or the maker of the bill of exchange or the drawer. B is the buyer, who is the drawee, to whom the instruction is made that you have to make payment. Now, here C is the payee, the one who is entitled to receive the payment. So, technically, bill of exchange has three parties: drawer, drawee, and payee. And bill of promissory note have two parties: the payer and the payee. Okay, now next, the one who is making the bill of exchange is not responsible for payment, whereas the one who is making the promissory note is responsible for the payment. Third important thing is that bill of exchange is an order to pay, that you have to make payment. But promissory note is a promise to pay, that I am promising you to make a payment, right? So this is it. This is the most important topic for today's session. Now, you can also participate in this series by just recommending me the most important topics that you want to study with me. So in this short lecture, I'm just going to give you that very important topic, which is very important to all of you. You can just recommend your recommendation in the comment section of this video. And thank you so much everyone for watching this video. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you have enjoyed this video, just please like and share the video to the maximum you can. And if you haven't subscribed this channel yet, is a request guys that please subscribe this channel and press the bell notification icon. Thank you so much everyone. Have a very nice day. But before going, I'm just going to tell you about the JIB Super Elite All-in-One subscription. So there is a subscription, that is the JIB Super Elite All-in-One subscription, in which you are going to get the complete coverage of everything. Like you can just get the every batches, foundation, crash, crackers batch, MCQs batch, capsule, every batch under this JIB Super Elite All-in-One subscription. You are getting the AI analysis tests and etc. doubt clearing sessions. So all you have to do is to subscribe the JIB Super Elite All-in-One subscription, and there is a very good discount on the occasion of Holi, that is flat 54% off. So don't miss out this opportunity. Just go and subscribe to the JIB Super Elite All-in-One subscription, right? Thank you so much. Have a very nice day. Take care. Bye bye.